I had to hold all of the emotions that my dad had. I had to ask him all the questions. My role throughout my whole life was to make sure everyone else was okay, to manage, to mediate, to keep everything together seemingly in this made up world, to not let everything spill over, which often it wasn't in my control, but sometimes it felt like it was. And yeah, it does something to you. You feel like your value is on being there for people. If people share things with you and you don't have the space, you feel like you're a bad person. And deeper than that, you feel like if you don't respond with that, because the relationship with all beings came into being that way, that if you no longer are there, then they fall away. And that's a very hard thing, I can tell you, to have lived with, to live with. Because it feels like me just simply existing, not advising, hasn't been enough. But the energy to maintain this has just been wiped out from under me. There is no way I've been able to hold this together since moving. Because since I've been in another country, you're moving a lot. Uh, the habits and the rituals and the safe spaces you're used to are no longer there. Um, and I suppose I was growing a bit tired of relating to people in this way. It's quite something to be there for people, and it's lovely to receive the praise of you're good at giving advice and you're good at this, but eventually it wears off. And you wonder who is going to be there for you. And when it's such a deeply held pattern, deeply ingrained into your nervous system, your being, every mode of your communication, even when people are there, of which there have been many and are many, is they can't touch that place within me where I don't touch it myself. When it really gets intimate in a relationship, there's a fear, a want to run away because it hasn't felt safe. And I see now, until I truly, seriously look at this, not that there isn't joy and lightness in the seriousness, but there's just a sincerity in it. Not, oh, we must be serious. Until I look at this deeply, thoroughly, completely, I will never be able to deeply connect with another human being. And yeah, that's where I'm at now. And I suppose because I'm finding it difficult now sharing all this on an individual level, and as I seem to be losing the ability to write and text in these ways, that the only way really to share these things and understand it myself is to verbalize it like this. This is a very quick communication, there's no time delay, it's immediate, there's no thinking, it's just an outpouring of something. And sharing it here is the way I want to do it, because I think it's of value for some of you to hear it, and it's definitely a value for me to talk about it, because there is still a child that hasn't been heard or seen. And I've been thinking a lot of this is put together probably by thought and memory, but beyond memory and thought, there's still a nervous system and a body right here in the here and now. So the past isn't actually anywhere else but now. It's all here. And all those pains and hurts are here now. They're not in the past, in the mind to solve, but they are here in the body to be met. And trying to push it away or just listen to happy music is no longer an option. Obviously, that comes naturally, but for me now it seems to be of paramount importance to face the fear and the pain and the sorrow and not hide from the things that need to be said or shy away from the vulnerability. Stepping into a life beyond performance, a life where you're allowed to be what you are, and thinking that success or safety has to do with putting a performance on or scripting your life or holding space for others solely, because there is space to hold space for others, but how much can I hold for another person when I'm not even holding space for myself? It's actually an avoidance of myself to do that. Um, so that won't be happening anymore. And yeah, I don't think I've been in a good space for a while. I wonder if I've ever been regulated, ever lived in a place that's safe, and yeah, there's pain in my body, in my mind, and in my heart. Deep, deep pain, and this loneliness is very, very real. And it seems very self-centered. It's very self-concerned, but trying to be interested in things of the world seem to also be a distraction, because on a personal level, I don't think there's so much we can do uh, for others that are far away. You can help your immediate humans in life and be kind and smile, and of course those things arise spontaneously, but not because it's an obligation or something you must do. Um, so yeah, I think from now on I'm just going to try and create more so I can understand myself, so it gives someone else a platform to understand themselves if they're resonating even a little bit. Um, and it's interesting now, the energy's shifting a bit as I'm sat here, that sometimes I wake up and I feel very light. I feel very free. There is a freedom from this depth, this heaviness, and it feels to just express things that are very light, very from a place of just freedom. And I realized that it's allowed to go together. I think I was pushing away the darkness and thinking, right, let's just create an image of light, and it wasn't working. Even though I see other people do it and it's really beautiful, that isn't who I am right now. Uh, and it's always been in the vulnerabilities of sharing and articulating the tricky things that have connected me with others. So it seems silly to push that away. Um, so yeah, that's kind of, yeah, I suppose it's a fresh start in a way of just being vulnerable. Um, yeah, okay, that's it for now. Bye bye.